Martial Realm sign in. One-eyed Karis. After losing one of his eyes to a certain human in the past, he was infuriated and swore that he'd kill the human that took away his eye. He began to kill any humans that he met, and even monsters if they got in his way. One day, after countless bouts of combat and slaughtering, he came back to his senses and found he possessed an immense body along with great strength. One-eyed Karis said, "How did this happen? Did I get stronger from slaughtering those humans?" Jin Tae-kyung said to himself. Not long after, he realized what had happened. The reason he grew stronger wasn't because of his battles with humans. It was because he had devoured other monsters. Every time he consumed a monster, something within him would grow stronger. One-eyed Karis said, "What did humans call this?" "Ah, right, a magic crystal." Jin Tae-kyung said to himself. Since then, Karis began to target. He'd devour other monsters and also go after the magic equipment that humans had over human flesh. And Karis, who possessed exceptional intelligence, one of the traits of wyverns, a subspecies of dragons, was able to enter into a whole new territory of power. Magic. After that day, he made an unknown wilderness into his den and focused all his energy into researching magic. And today, Kim Dong-hyuk said, "Look over there too." Jin Tae-kyung said to himself. A few humans had fearlessly wandered near Karis's den. One-eyed Karis said, "My eye! That's the scent of the human who took my eye. I'll kill him, I'll eat him whole. Heal!" As the daggers of Jin Tae-kyung fell from One-eyed Karis's body, the wounds instantly healed. Jin Tae-kyung's spear came out of One-eyed Karis's knee. One-eyed Karis's arm and wing started to regenerate. One-eyed Karis said, "I will kill you, human." Jin Tae-kyung sweated and said to himself, "He can use heal? This is so ridiculous. Is he really a wyvern? Although it doesn't seem like he could heal everything, I can't believe he used magic." One-eyed Karis said, "SLOW." As Jin Tae-kyung was confused, a wave of energy rippled around him. A system notification said, "LV, Karis has used speed reduction magic. Due to a trait of the dragon race, his magic has become stronger. The effects of the speed reduction magic have been increased 5 times. Agility will be temporarily reduced by 50. Jin Tae-kyung said, "He reduced my agility by 50% with a single cast of speed reduction magic." One-eyed Karis said, "Bah ha 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 ha. Surprised. Human, you won't be able to move quickly like before." Jin Tae-kyung said, "Add 100 points to agility." As One-eyed Karis was confused looking at Jin Tae-kyung in front of him, Jin Tae-kyung said, "Surprise, wyvern." As Jin Tae-kyung hit the other eye of One-eyed Karis, he said in pain, "Grrr." As One-eyed Karis's blood dripped to the ground, he said in pain, "Grrr, human." Jin Tae-kyung said, "Human, why do you keep calling me?" One-eyed Karis said, "How on earth? My magic was perfect." Jin Tae-kyung said, I've got quite a lot of points saved up thus far, because in the Murim, one can never know what may happen next with any certainty. I felt like I'd need to have a trump card kept up my sleeve." One-eyed Karis said, "What the heck does that mean?" Jin Tae-kyung said, "What else? I'm saying I won't be affected by your magic. All right then, let's settle the rest of the debt." One-eyed Karis said, "Ugh, heal." Jin Tae-kyung ran towards One-eyed Karis and said, "Along with the interest accumulated over 3 years." One-eyed Karis said, "Dark, binding." As the ground started to move and Jin Tae-kyung was suddenly entangled, a system notification said, "LV, Karis has used binding magic. Due to a trait of the dragon race, his magic has become stronger. Strength, health, agility temporarily reduced by 10. As Jin Tae-kyung's body was being gripped by vines, a system notification said, "Paralyzing poison has seeped into your body. Nerve poison has seeped into your body. You have a status abnormality poison," Jin Tae-kyung said. "Oh, what's this?" One-eyed Karis said, "Grr, you let your guard down. Human." Jin Tae-kyung said, "Let my guard down? You're right, I did." One-eyed Karis said, "Why do you look so relaxed?" Jin Tae-kyung said, "If one looks relaxed in such a situation, it's usually for one of 2 reasons. Someone who just likes to act tough, or..." A system notification said, "The effects of 100 poisons immunity have activated." Jin Tae-kyung said, "He's so confident of his abilities that he can afford to let his guard down." A system notification said, "Paralyzing poison has been detoxified." Nerve poison has been detoxified. Your status abnormality, poisoned, has dissipated. Jin Tae-kyung said, since I'm doing this, I'll take the loss and add on something extra for you. Add 50 strength and 50 horsepower. As Jin Tae-kyung tore the vines in one motion, he said, speed reduction magic, binding magic. What's so nice about them? Did you not learn other types of magic? Well, you were so overflowing with confidence, I thought you knew how to do factorization, but you were just a master of addition and subtraction. One-eyed Kara said, hey, how? Jin Tae-kyung said, it's magic that belongs only to me. One-eyed Kara said, magic? Jin Tae-kyung said, open sesame. As Jin Tae-kyung suddenly thrusted forward, obliterating the foot of One-eyed Karis, he kneeled down and said, Gwa! As he felt pain. As One-eyed Karis's tail suddenly moved to hit Jin Tae-kyung sliced One-eyed Karis's tail to pieces. One-eyed Karis said, Guo! Slow! Dark binding! Magic arrow! As Jin Tae-kyung suddenly moved faster and cut the vines and blocked the arrows, One-eyed Karis said in frustration, Gra! As Jin Tae-kyung sliced the back of One-eyed Karis, he said in pain, Grr! Jin Tae-kyung attacked faster all over the body of One-eyed Karis. As One-eyed Karis was full of cuts all over its body, Jin Tae-kyung looked at him as he collapsed to the ground. As the dust cleared, One-eyed Karis's tail was on the ground, and some parts of it in another area. One-eyed Karis said, Grr, grr. Jin Tae-kyung said, do you want to live? Use your healing magic then. I'll wait for you. One-eyed Karis said, will you spare my life? Jin Tae-kyung said, no, I simply don't want to let you die just yet. Hang in there another 10 times, I'll kill you after that. As Jin Tae-kyung smiled like a monster, One-eyed Karis was shocked. One-eyed Karis said, human, you are so cruel. Jin Tae-kyung said, you're worse. One-eyed Karis said, I simply did what I was supposed to. Jin Tae-kyung said, I know, humans kill monsters and monsters kill humans. We're stuck in a vicious cycle of killing each other and getting killed by each other. One-eyed Karis said, grr. Jin Tae-kyung said, I'm doing what I'm supposed to as well. As Jin Tae-kyung's spear lit up, One-eyed Karis looked at him and closed his eyes and said, kill me. Jin Tae-kyung said, thanks for surviving up until now. As Jin Tae-kyung stabbed One-eyed Karis, he said, and for dying by my hands. A system notification said, LV 115 Karis has been defeated. A system notification said, you've obtained the achievement, defeat a named monster. As Jin Tae-kyung looked at the corpse of One-eyed Karis, a system notification said, you've obtained an incredible achievement. You'll be given rewards accordingly. Suddenly, Hong Chon-soo said, Tae-kyung. As Jin Tae-kyung looked back, a system notification said, you've cleared the A-rank gate, Black Wyvern Den, perfectly. Kim Hyun-soo, Song Dong-hyuk, Park Sang-ho, Lee Hai-rim, Kim Han-won, Park Gwang-hyun, Han-na-rae, Park Sung-bin, Kim Min-kyung, and Hong Cheon-soo looked at Jin Tae-kyung at a distance. A system notification said, calculating all the rewards. Jin Tae-kyung smiled as Hong Cheon-soo smiled back. A system notification said, you've obtained an immense amount of EXP and reputation. Hong Cheon-soo slowly turned as they walked away and mumbled to each other. Choi Min-woo, Kim Hwa-jong, Im Hyuk-jun, and Song-song shouted, Tae-kyung, Tae-kyung, are you all right? Are you hurt anywhere? Tae-kyung, Tae-kyung? As Jin Tae-kyung smiled, a system notification said, level up, level up. Song-song pinched her cute face and said, my goodness, this isn't a dream, is it? Im Hyuk-jun said, sniff, Tae-kyung, I'm so proud of you, sniff. Kim Hwa-jong said, even during the Great Cataclysm, it was rare to see someone as skilled as you. You're truly amazing. Choi Min-woo said, now, let's all calm down and start the cleanup process. Jin Tae-kyung sweated and said, that's good thinking, but how do we do that? As they looked at the huge corpse of One-eyed Karis, Choi Min-woo said, the body length is around 50 meters. The time needed to divide it between 5 people will be too long. Song-song said, taking out even one scale would be hard for me. Choi Min-woo said, you all know just how expensive the corpse of a named monster is, right? Even if we don't kill the boss monster here, we must bring this one with us. Song-song said, but even if we manage to dismantle it, how are we supposed to move all of it? As Jin Tae-kyung silently was annoyed, he said to himself, this is so frustrating. I could simply put it into my inventory. Should I just be honest about it with them? I think they'll understand and keep it a secret. Jin Tae-kyung said to himself, no, Even if they're my guild members, the reporters are waiting for us at the gate entrance. Unless we intend to never use its parts, people will definitely have suspicions and will get caught in no time. As Jin Tae-kyung thought of the headlines, a rank hunter, Jin Tae-kyung, has been discovered to be a system user. Hunter Association says Jin Tae-kyung must be disqualified as a hunter. NASA says we must catch him and perform experiments on him. Jin Tae-kyung recklessly says, if you got a problem with me, then use the system yourself. Jin Tae-kyung said, I'll go and bring more people here. As Choi Min-woo and Song Song looked back at Jin Tae-kyung, Kim Hwa-jong and Im Hyuk-jun also looked at him. Jin Tae-kyung said, an A-rank gate regenerates once a week, right? Today is the first day, so we should still have time if I go to the entrance quickly and bring more help. Unlike on our way here, there's no need to be on guard against monsters either. Choi Min-woo said, I think that's the best option we have for now. You must be quite tired since you just fought, though. Will you be all right? Jin Tae-kyung said, I'm still full of energy. If you're really worried, then cast recovery magic on me before I leave. Jin Tae-kyung said to himself, dude, I literally just leveled up. Choi Min-woo said, all right then, Butler Kim will go with you. Jin Tae-kyung said, huh? Why would he do that? Kim Hwa-jong said, ho ho. Wouldn't it take quite a while to get the help of B-rank hunters, and above who will be able to dismantle a named monster? If I go with you, there'll be quite a lot of my acquaintances who will come help no matter what happens. Jin Tae-kyung said to himself, right, I didn't think of that. Butler Kim has had a fanciful past. As Jin Tae-kyung agreed and sweated after thinking of Kim Hwa-jong punishing Im Chun-soo, he said to himself, there are probably a lot of people that he can ask for help. Jin Tae-kyung said, got it. Let's depart right away then. Kim Hwa-jong said, I'm ready to go. As Jin Tae-kyung was confused, he said, what are you doing? Kim Hwa-jong said, please carry me on your back. My knee joints have been aching recently. Ho ho ho. Jin Tae-kyung said, sure. Jin Tae-kyung said to himself, this old man is definitely a little crazy too. Jin Tae-kyung said, ready? We're leaving now. Please hold on tight. As Jin Tae-kyung and Kim Hwa-jong disappeared, Choi Min-woo said to himself, I knew he was exceptionally skillful, but to think he's strong enough to solo kill a named monster, overwhelmingly so at that. However, why does it feel like this isn't all he's capable of yet? Who on earth is he? As the sun was high up, Jin Tae-kyung continued to run fast and moved even faster and faster and faster. As they arrived at the forest, Kim Hwa-jong said, you're really fast. To think we're already reaching the forest region. Shouldn't we slow down a little around here? As Jin Tae-kyung suddenly stopped, he smiled and said, aha, to think it's really just as I expected. Kim Hwa-jong said, what's wrong? Jin Tae-kyung said, it's nothing, it's just hyenas. There are some hyenas here. Kim Hwa-jong said, hyenas? Jin Tae-kyung said, come out, you goofballs. I already know you're here. Come on out. As the place was silent, hunters came out, and the others also. One Myung-hoon said, this impudent little biscuit. A system notification said, LV-80, one Myung-hoon, LV. Kim Sung-gi, LV-65. Choi Kim-young. One Myung-hoon said, did you also lose your mind like the Team 1 leader after you got defeated by the named monster? Why the flip are you smiling? Do you not understand your situation? Jin Tae-kyung said, I doubt you're waiting for us to go out together. This means you're lying in wait to ambush those who survived fighting with the wyvern, or those who were running away. I wonder who's the one who doesn't understand his situation right now. One Myung-hoon said, Kukuku, you fool. I simply endured your nonsense before because I didn't want to run into the named monster. I don't know how you ran away from that monster, but your guild won't make it out of this dungeon alive, as I'll be killing all of you. Jin Tae-kyung and Kim Hwa-jong looked at each other. Kim Hwa-jong twisted his mustache and said, ahem. Jin Tae-kyung said, thanks for spouting such a cliché villain line. With that, I feel a lot less guilty. One Myung-hoon said, what? You've seriously gone crazy, haven't you? Jin Tae-kyung said, Myung-hoon, didn't I already warn you? As Jin Tae-kyung disappeared, one Myung-hoon said, flipping brat. Jin Tae-kyung suddenly appeared behind one Myung-hoon and said, I told you to never bare your fangs again. With his killer eyes, one Myung-hoon was shocked and tried to look back while sweating. Thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who took the time to watch this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider sharing my videos or channel with your friends who might also enjoy it. Your support means the world to me and helps my channel grow. Let's keep this community thriving together. Until next time, see you in the next video.